Good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite weekly current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agmalao. I apologize for starting the program. I'm behind schedule. But it's glad to know that this program will surely inform you with the very latest in the country and, of course, entertain you. I have very distinguished personalities with me today, and we're going to dissect the national issues that we have on the program. We are taking a retrospective look at what happened about 3 days ago, on Sunday precisely, when worshippers of different churches across the country took to the streets to protest against the insecurity in Nigeria. That actually is to draw the attention of the government to the state of the citizens in terms of security of lives and property. We'll be looking at that. And also, we'll be taking a look at the rift between the Edo State governor and the ruling party, APC's national chairman. On this program, let me introduce Bishop Fred Agedo. He has joined us. You're welcome to today's show.
Thank you very much.
We also have an eminent Nigerian and a man of God of repute, Reverend Olu Aderigbe. Nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have with us the Secretary of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter, Sabest Iriabe. You are welcome to today's show.
It's a pleasure having me.
Okay, and we're going to start with Best Iriabe because we understand that CAN asks worshippers to protest against insecurity. We saw in Benin City, it was the PFN president who actually led other church members to protest against insecurity. Reverend Dr. Felix Omobode, of the president of the PFN. And over there in Lagos, Redeemed, the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Adeboye, also led members and took to the streets. In Ondo, we saw visuals just like that. So, why now the Christian Association of Nigeria is asking Christians to protest against insecurity?
No, actually, the security situation in Nigeria has really just started today. It's been lingering on. And in spite of the attempt by the government, the federal government, to stem the tide, the situation, instead of abating, has continued to exacerbate. Okay. And that's exactly the reason why Christians decided to say, look, we cannot just begin to make things happen this way. Because the attempts of government have not actually given the needed biting effect to the extent that the entire situation will be brought to a minimal level. Yeah. Now, it's not even when you say why now. It started long ago. I remember in that was last year, 2019, 2018, there was a similar protest all over the country. Okay. Catholic Church nationally took to the streets. And at that time, we can also ask other church members to join them simultaneously at the same time all over the country and stuff like that. So the thing is not abating. Government is telling us this is what we are doing that, we are doing that. But what they are doing, we are not seeing it on ground. So what the body of Christ is doing at this time is to begin to tell government, look, we do not know what you are doing. Whatever steps you have taken has not done anything to reduce or to stem the tide. So we must want to draw your attention because the body of Christ does not have an army of its own. Okay. Even the state government, the state governor, although you call them chief security officers, they are not chief security officers of what? They don't command anything. We have only one federal police. So maybe as time progresses, we look at all of this. Okay. But when you say why now, no, the Christians have been proactive, we've been talking, but the problem is that those who ought to hear and act are not doing enough.
Okay, we'll come back to you. What's your take on this?
Well, we don't want to thank God that generally we have been sleeping. Both the leaders and the led. And when you are now talking about the Christendom, we give God glory for awareness. Okay. This protest by our leaders, Christian leaders, it creates an awareness to the government that we are not sleeping. We have been, our leaders just want to go through, but then it affects people. It's like a pothole. When there's a pothole in the road, if any government officer has not been killed, nobody will take notice. But by the time somebody died, a prominent general died, you will see people. That's what happens now. That we have been silent to feel that maybe it will be okay. But police are no more policing, soldiers are no more soldering. But the next thing is that we are the grassroots leaders. That is our leader Christians. Their awareness has come now. If we move forward, they will kill us. If we go back, they will kill us. Why can't we move forward? This Holy Spirit minister unto our leaders Thank God for Papa Mabode, thank God for Adeboye, Papa Adeboye, and all of them that initiated this move. It's to create awareness that we are not cowards. We don't want to, because we have been praying for peace. The purpose of what Christ came for peace. Looking like there will be peace, but when matter of killing people and you slaughter, cut somebody's head, and you are attacking God, which God are you attacking? So the next thing, before your people, in general, with that problem, before your people withdraw from you, you better come out. And that is what has happened now, that they have taken the bull by the horn. And our leaders should now know that it's no more party as usual. And even when the Israelites were at his place, waiting for Messiah to come, God told them, move forward. We have to move forward to be able to know that, man, these people, they are ready for something. So I think it's the right thinking in the right direction to create awareness for those who feel that they are untouchable.
Thank you very much. We'll come back to you, Bishop Fred Adedo, by looking at the protest by Christians, by worshippers against the state of insecurity in the country. What's your take?
Well, I want to first of all thank God for those who spearhead it now.
Okay.
Like in Lagos, we see the General Overseer of the Christians. Yeah. In Edo State, we saw Papa Amabude. Yeah. We are so happy about it. I don't think that is Khan that is protesting, because PFN is not the only body in Khan. And Adeboye cannot just be alone as Khan is. He's not the Khan leader. So until we now unanimously agreed, and this thing is spearheaded by Christian Association of Nigeria, before we can say this is birthday of Khan doing this kind of protest. Then, for me, I think we are waking up too late. It's just like when a bad seed is planted in a big field, and you refuse to, you know it, but you refuse, even at that growing point, you refuse to either kill it and let it die at that point. You allow it to grow. When it finally grows, it's like devil beans. It beats the owner of the farm and those who are passing by. So what we are seeing now is not just a thing that started yesterday. It started quite a long time ago. But the truth is, it got to a point that Christians were afraid to be in politics, take positions in authority to decide of what happens. So I think it's waking up Christians. Because if we don't do something nice, especially Christians, and we call the game a dirty game, it becomes to a point where our rights as Christians will be raised. Our nation will talk to whatever you want it to be. So I have been an advocate of let the Christians come into power. And the few ones that are in power, immediately they get there, they are carried away. So what is wrong if we all decide to vote for a reverend father? You know how many priests have died in Nigeria? Even on their worship, on their way to missionaries, how many have died? Is it now we are not talking because a local government chairman is beheaded? You know how many have been beheaded? There are so many. So I think we should wake up from our sleeping slumber. That is where we are now. We must wake up from sleeping slumber. Why Christians are running away from positions of authority is because many of us, our hands are stained. Because when you are in politics, you have nothing to hide. Everything about you, how you were born, where you are coming from. Those things you did, even when you were not yet a Christian, they begin to unfold them. That is what we are afraid of. So I would have advocated here, priests, pastors, those who know that they really have the fear of God, that have nothing skeleton in their cover, they'll come out and take positions of authority.
Okay, we are going to talk about that issue on this program. But let's get the thought of the Council Secretary. Looking at this insecurity, do you think the government is doing enough, or you have suggestions that you think the government can actually use to tackle this insecurity? Because the president made a comment recently that it's even Muslims that are highly affected, and that made Khan to also reply that no, the president should not be talking about the religion. It's life that counts. Whether Muslim, whether Christian, that the Nigerian is dead is what counts. So what do you think the government can do to tackle insecurity?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to, before then, I quickly say this.
Okay.
That Christians are the same.
Okay.
Whether you are Aladura, whether you are Pentecostal, whether you are Catholic, we are the same. Okay. So if Aladura comes out tomorrow to protest against the killing, the stand that is doing it. Okay. Ayokunle, who is our His Eminence, Reverend Ayokunle, is the national president of CAN. He sent out a circular to everybody in Nigeria to come out and do what happened last Sunday. And as a matter of fact, there's no time limit to do this thing. And the time has come now where we even need to begin to do it every now and then. So it is CAN that has been working, that have been talking. Now, before now, there's a prayer that has been written by the Catholic Church for a very long time now. And that prayer is as old as 20 years now. It's called Prayer for Nigeria in Distress. All talking about condemning what is going on in Nigeria. Bishop Kuka of Sokoto State, you remember what he has been saying. In the year 2017, the Catholic Church gathered together and asked the president to resign because the insecurity, he can no longer handle the insecurity of Nigeria. So the church has not been sleeping as it were. Like I said, we do not have gun to carry and say, to shoot people and say, you must do this one. Having said that, the truth of the matter is that we are paying lip service to all of these things. I believe very strongly that not enough has been done by those who have the authority to actually fight insurgency. The church do not have weapons of war to go and fight. Now, what is happening now is that beyond the facade, beyond, people are talking about, oh, it's mere political, it's not religious. Beyond what is happening, there's a religious undertone. I don't agree with the president when he said that more Muslims have been killed than Christians. I don't agree with him at all. The truth of the matter is that everything has been targeted towards the Christians, towards Christendom.
No, but
that's the truth.
But don't you think what matters is the life of
Yes, I agree with you. Just to say that,
okay,
that there was no need to begin to do that argument. Okay. That this one is what matters is life. Life has been lost. Yeah. But what do we have to do? The police, the federal police, do not have the capacity to police Nigeria. In the first instance, how many are there? And if you say how many police do you have in Nigeria, maybe they are not up to 500,000. And among that number, a great number of them are helping madam to carry bag at home. People go to pay. You have somebody, only one person having 5 policemen that's guarding him. Another person have 10 and all that. When you surprise all those who are working, just following human beings all along the place without doing anything, the police you have on the streets cannot do anything. So we do not have sufficient police to police. What are we going to do? For God's sake, there's something we are hiding from. We don't want to tell the truth. We need state police. You see, you can't tell me that somebody from Adamawa will come to Orion, or Wesi, or Rogo, or any place here who do not hear the language of my police people here. No, you need state police. You need to have community police. You need to have what used to be called constabulary. People who are in the neighborhood. They may not be in the mainstream, but they are professionals, teachers, bankers, they are constabulary, they volunteer. Because they know the people in the neighborhood, and so the people to police them. So you need state police. We are running away from it now, but that's where we are going. In other climes, like a place I've been to Germany, I've been to Italy. In Italy, you have a federal police, you have a police called the Carabinieri, you have police called the urban police, Polizia Urbano, you have the Metronote, policemen who their duty is just to police in the night, to join others. So all these different type of native authority police, they join hands together to police the place, so that any hoodlum in any neighborhood, the police there will know everybody. I say, look, somebody has just entered the street, he rented that house. Look at the profiling. We don't have any profiling in Nigeria. Everybody can do whatever he likes. And so until we do that, they will say it's not in the constitution. All right. But vigilante groups are coming up now. Nobody's empowering them. Can you imagine somebody, a vigilante holding their gun, as opposed to AK-47 that is held by the Hausa Fulani Catoriera, and you say it's not religion? Let me tell you, the Hausa Fulani Catoriera has been coming to the south right from the time immemorial. When they come at that time, they graze. When they see farm, they go away from the farm. And they were not carrying AK-47. They were carrying only sticks. How come now that the same Fulani Catoriera that now come, they can no longer distinguish yam from grass? That they will go into a farm and devour everything, and then with AK-47, raping people, killing everybody. So that is now beyond even grazing. Yeah. So the solution is
for the issue of this AK-47.
Yes.
The federal government has made it clear that persons who carry sophisticated weapons, that they are not the Fulani headsmen. That the Fulani headsmen is the man you described before, yes, that comes with a stick.
Yes.
That's what they do. Yes. In other words, anybody in any guise carrying weapon, it's a criminal.
And what have you done about it?
How many have been arrested?
How many have been arrested?
We not shy from our responsibility.
How many of them have been arrested?
And you cannot hide from the truth.
Yeah.
There is what we call discrimination going on in this country. One, when we are talking about security, let's first start from the police itself. Don't let us first go to the grassroots now. The police we have on the ground, what type of weapon are they using?
They have.
The police are still using guard guns, cock and shoot, and an armed robber or Fulani herdsmen have AK-47 or AK-49.
Just to put hand on the trigger
just
and
to
go.
put and can kill more than 50 people at the same time. Let us start from National House of Assembly. Did they approve the budget, police budget for their weapon and soldiers? How many, the weapon that the police are using or the soldiers, how old are these weapons? For example, I traveled on the road, I bought bushmeat. When I was coming again, I priced was more higher. He said, why now? He said, look, the House of Fulani already in the bush, and our hunters, how can they not deal? He said, no, the weapon in the hand of those Fulani cannot, the hunter, the local hunter cannot withstand it. Where do they see the gun from? So which means our leaders, they are not looking at the truth. The police should be well armed, well equipped. Like he said, you will see walkie-talkie. From where, if you go to Cotonou here, before you move a step, you will see walkie-talkie. Suffocated walkie-talkie. Thank God for the disaster that have been averted in that church at Abuja, Deeper Love or whatever.
Elizabeth Church in Kaduna?
Yes, if not for God.
They
That
arrested
is what technology can do.
Yeah.
If we
Security cameras.
if they are not aware, many people, more than 5,000 so could have gone, could have been here that news. But we are still using cock and shoot guns until federal government or those who are in power live according to the dictate of new dimension, new thinking fast on the new technology. If you can equip the police, well, they will not be afraid. You too, as you are here, you don't praise your son to be a policeman because you just go and die. So they don't have instrument to work. They don't have any. Two, information goes wide. The part of security. We talk about whistleblower. Those who blew the whistle earlier stage, where are they? They silence them. They kill some. They sack them from work. If they can spend money on information, all this thing will stop. Two, last week, the man raised an alarm in Benin here that this village at Oregon area there, that Fulanis men are already in the bush killing people. But today they will not talk until they have killed a commissioner's sister before they can stop it. Two, the posting of commissioners. You post commissioner that did not know anything about the terrain of the state because somebody at the top there can talk to him. You now put another person to where you cannot hear the language. That is part of where you have to look about security. So if they now bring my kinsman to me that he has committed some offense, I just speak my language and that's all. You will not see the end of the matter.
So, I'll come back to you, sir, because there's an issue that you must talk about. But let's get Bishop Fred Agedo on this issue. What do you think the federal government should do?
I'm not going to talk. Yes. I'm not going to talk about this mass destruction, weapons of men, weapons.
Yes. But what do you think federal government should do to secure Nigeria?
What I think,
yes,
not what is happening now.
Okay.
If you ask me what I think of that they should do,
yes,
I would say they should involve our religious leaders at the grassroots, our traditional ruler at the grassroots, and again create this state or local government police. Policing.
Now the police in Nigeria, the IGP,
yes,
has made it clear now that community policing
is important. Yes.
So they want. So what you believe that community policing can solve this problem?
Yeah, it will reduce.
If there's weapons to fight, if there's sophisticated weapon to do the job, or else you don't wear them to go and die.
Yes.
There must be something to fight. If there's no fire, you are not cook soup.
It will reduce it.
Yeah, this is time Operation Amotekun should take place everywhere. That every Operation Amotekun should take place in every state. It can be standard community policing or whatever. So far you have some police input so that people will not abuse it. Okay. But by the time one man come, look at somebody was traveling that day to Sample, a policeman stopped the driver and began to look at and say, there's no police clearance. They stayed there for more than 2 hours. At the time that man is checking a particular that is not there, you find out many armed robbers had gone. And at the end of the day, they let that man go. They're okay, sorry, next time. So we have to bring a right point, a right peg in the right hole. One, the weaponry, suffocated, want to mash fire for fire. Okay. And then two, education. The people that are on the ground, this community policing, what you want to bring, they must have idea of what they are doing. Okay. Not 3 months or 2 months to job into it. And this community policing will work. We help people. If you allow a traditional ruler in your area, we need 10 people, then you must sign for them. You tell a man of God that you can look, we bring social people. You go to a man, bring people, people of honor, to come and do part of the community policing.
That you can sign
on condition that when you have police to supervise them, they will not galvanize them. Yeah. I want to look for the normal. If you pay police $1 million, if you die that small, what you carry, they will not be satisfied.
Okay, I'll come to this. Bishop Fred, you were talking on community policing.
Yes.
And you talked about traditional ruler. You want to throw more light on it?
Yes. I am not going to advocate weapons here.
Okay.
I'm not going to, because I know.
How will police work without weapons?
Yes, I know it's important.
Okay.
I know it's important.
Yes.
So other person could talk about that. But for me, I want this thing to be broken into pieces.
Okay.
Where everybody will be involved and carried along. And then we see the importance of it. Because the major people who have failed us are people that we voted into positions of authority.
Yes.
Instead of telling us the truth, they betray us. When we say police, about 10 police is guiding one senator, one house of rep, we don't have, I don't have, and those police are going to work in favor of their boss. Yeah. That's what it is. But when you not do a kind of community policing, people on the street, I think those days I grew up to meet even this, yes, that will come to your village and they will call. Everybody in the farm call, they inspect your toilet and all the rest, and even begin to go for tax. Yeah. If you don't pay tax, you are in trouble. So these things get to down the villages those days. So if these things spread towards this way, you see a lot of things will come down. Okay. Why are people afraid of giving police information? When you give police an information, federal police or whatever you call them, today the person is arrested, tomorrow the person is out. So who have given an information is in trouble. Because at the end of it, the same police will tell them, this, we are not spirit, somebody came to tell us, and this is the person.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, event and circumstances create men. You know, when I was a student in Rome, yes, my lecturer told me, he said, Humphrey, he said, oh, you are very lucky in your place. I said, what? He said, I saw your policemen, they're still holding baton. He said, they are using ordinary stick. He said, here, you are here in this country. Policeman, one pistol here, one revolver, all over himself, grenades. He said, that's why. He said, you are lucky. But if I were to see that lecturer now, I would say, we have arrived at where you were. It's not a question of being lucky. A policeman must carry weapon. You must weaponize them. The community policing, because those who are going to fight also have weapons. We have just told you now, we were told that children, they are, teenagers are the ones wielding this weapon now, the Fulani herdsmen in the jungle. They have weapons. You see,
we need to make it clear. You are talking about terrorists?
Now listen, okay. Listen.
What is terrorist?
Criminality.
Somebody that
yes.
kill people?
Criminality has been with us. Criminality has been with us, Erosa. We have been having criminals, we have been having robbers. Yeah. A robber was the one that was going along the way to Samaria. Except for the man was beaten by robbers. When Jesus was talking about the good Samaritan, it was robbers. So at the time of Jesus, they were robbers. What has exacerbated, what has thrown up this problem now is the fact that there are some people called herdsmen who have come in the guise of grazing cattle. They have not come in that guise, hiding with their weapons to pillage the people and take away our land from us. That is why where we are now. That's exactly what we are talking about now. What are we going to do? One, we have discovered who are the owners of this cattle in the various localities. The Enigiers, the Onogiers, and some well-to-do individuals are the owners of this cattle.
Yes.
They go and invite the Fulani herdsmen
to take care of
raise this cattle.
Yes.
That's one way of going. Who owns this cattle? Are you happy that you gave your cattle 100, 200 for Fulani herdsmen to graze and destroy the farm
and
of
your people?
Yes. They give you money, they give you cow every year. So we start from there to profile this Enigi and this well-to-do individual to say, look, if you want to do animal husbandry, that is the real name. You are not going to be able to do ranching the way it is done in Israel, but you can start from somewhere. You can have a land of your own and keep your 200 cows inside that land, and then begin to pay boys who will go and bring elephant grass. In fact, if that one happens, somebody cannot begin to grow elephant grass and begin to make money. I met a farmer in Israel. We were in a seminar. He now got up, he said he's a farmer. So when they were now addressing, what do you grow? He said, I grow grass. I was shocked. Ordinary grass? He said, yes. So if you have a place that is spaced around, you call it ranching, it may not be sophisticated. Somebody else in that village will now start to grow grass and sell to you. More money will come. Because we are not saying this because we hate strangers. Yeah. We want strangers to come to us. We believe in with strangers. If you must have cattle, you must do what is called ranching. You can imagine if all poultry farmers leave their birds to be flying all around the city. Where are we going to find ourselves? So it's a business. Buy land, keep your cattle in there, go and bring grass from somewhere and begin to feed them.
And on this security.
Yes. Then, and I haven't said that, if you are afraid of state police, this vigilante, Amotekun, we must extend that one. It is Amotekun that, okay, for instance, if there's no hidden agenda behind this, why is that the Operation Amotekun has given the Mieti Allah concern? What are they concerned? How is that their problem? How is that their problem? So we need to have our own type of Amoteku in our own locality to police our people, because the governors are pitying them. You know what governor does? They will buy plenty vehicles and give to police. Do you find the vehicles anymore?
No.
Now, Operation Wabaziga, God bless him. He bought several cars now. He called the Operation Wabaziga. He's the custody of them. But police is still manning them. Because if you give it to the pool, you won't find those vehicles anymore. That is what they've been doing all these years. Let Operation Amoteku come in another name in different localities.
So you are saying that every region, every region
should have their own
style of Amoteku.
And two, if you are talking about security,
yes,
we still have to find out how did this, if you say the Fulani herdsmen, they are not whatever you call it,
yes.
they came from somewhere. How do they gain entrance to our nation? We have borders. What are the people policing the area? What are they doing? Did they people just come in like that?
So you are calling on immigration now?
Yes.
Immigration are not
They are the segment of government.
Yes.
They are not doing their
They are
job.
not doing their job.
In fact, I saw one immigration man yesterday, a customer on television. He's 4 times bigger than myself. So why can that one pursue armed robbers or this thing? So because we have to find out the corruption people are fighting. They should fight it in real sense, not at the surface.
Yes.
The immigrations, the customs, they should be at alert at Nigerian borders. You can see Trump. Trump decided that he will face from
US and Mexico. The border between US and Mexico.
Yes, I've been there. Okay. I saw what it is. Yes. And there's another place in America.
Okay.
If you are there, you see Mexico there. They already start fencing that place.
Okay.
Why? For security. But our borders are so pro. If not because of the protests going on now from up and down, you now discover it's now that the Nigerian Air Force are now doing their helicopter to bombard Sambisa forest. Yes. If they focus on this forest alone, on the Air Force, the Nigerian police, whatever they are, by now would have gotten result.
You just led us to that. Just today, President Buhari attended the induction ceremony of some Air Force Air Force 3 brand combat helicopters.
Yes.
So the induction was done today.
2 years ago.
Yes, I understand that they are Russian made.
Yes.
It was inducted today.
What is it now? This have been ordered 2 years ago. If people in authority has expedited action on this matter, we have gone a long way.
No, they said it takes 5 years to produce one.
Okay.
So you can't fast forward it. That is not actually the issue. The problem is this: when these things come, do you have personnel?
Yeah, the Air Force, they've trained some fighters. I understand they even have female fighters now.
Okay. After training them, do you think these things? I don't really want to say much about this security.
After training them, they will now know who is going to be, which tribe is going to be there.
Yes.
We have to, according to the Binima, we have to go to Totoe. But then you cannot put the right peg in the right hole.
Talking about solution, other very serious areas we have not been looking at is intelligence gathering, information gathering.
Yeah.
We are we tend to be reactive as opposed to being proactive. You see, in other climes, when something is going to happen, they would have known, there would have been some suspicion, and you go in there to do some undercover work so that it doesn't happen. But what we find is that when the mayhem has taken place, that's when security operatives come around and begin to walk about and say, we are on top of the situation. We are going to unravel those behind this thing. Unravel what? People have died. Why don't we have intelligence gathering? We are lacking that. So as part of solution, we must have intelligence gathering, undercover operatives,
and then gathering with action.
With action, then
because that Benin or a road.
Yes.
If not because of people raised an Nabra, before the former commissioner of police
started clearing
because actually that place was now a bunker for robbers
and then the Air Force should do the needful. Apart from the very sophisticated one they have brought, let the Air Force in every state station an aircraft, a helicopter, that will periodically, every other time, police the forest of that locality where they are domiciled.
Surveillance, so you're talking about surveillance.
Yes, so that when those herdsmen who are AK-45 are gun-cutting people see they will know that people are looking at them. So we need Air Force unit to do that, and the immigration service need to do their work by profiling people that are coming into security. And you must know, if you go to Ugbioho now, yesterday I was driving along Ugbioho, I saw a legion of human beings who are not from this state. How do they come? They are gathering together, they're not from here, they say they are from Mali, they don't speak Hausa. How did they come there? I'm going to reach out to the SSS to say, look at what's going on. Go and find out what they are doing.
Okay. Thank you.
That is part of what we're talking about tribal posting.
Okay.
If you post people who have idea
of the environment, it's easy for them to discover.
Yes. But by the time you post people that they are my brother, and you now brought them to me, and we found way one for a
Remember, Anini will not have been caught until they brought Parisayede, who is the son of the soil. He knew the terrain. He caught him like a fowl.
Okay, thank you. Quick one, Mr. Frank. I want to go to the next topic.
I want to throw this to it because Nigeria will say we want this, we want this, we want this. Even these logistics are money. Nigeria is living on borrowing. Okay. We cannot really meet with those things. My simple take on this security matter is traditional rulers should be put unchecked. Okay. Because every entry point of our state, of our local government, of our villages have been taken over by these strangers. So it depends on who is at your gate that determines what goes in and what comes out. Okay. So just check it, entering beneath, just early in the morning, go and see what happened at Aduwawa, wherever. Go and look at what happens
the bypass, you mean?
Not only bypass, everywhere. You see crowd of persons with cutlass, with gun, with everything. They say they are looking for jobs. So traditional rulers should be put on check and put on their toes. Because as it happened in Benin City, we are talking of Benin City, I'm here. Then going to my village, that's how it is. Every point where people gather to enter Moto, at the gate of the city, gate of the community, gate of the villages, these people have already taken over it. And who is at your gate determines what happens to those in the community.
If somebody is at your gate, you still have to cry to somebody to rescue you. Who are you crying to? What action will that person take? Okay. That is it. I want us to look at it.
Okay. I think this topic we've been able to actually make some very valid comments. But let's quickly take a look at another topic, one that is really, really causing uproar or generating reactions from the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. You won't believe it. The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, and the national chairman of the APC are longer heads. The rift between them is making other people in other states to comment about Edo State. So Edo State right now is not in good light. So we're going to start from there, and I'm going to start with Reverend Aderi Bigbe. What do you think is can really resolve, or what's your take on this rift?
Well, I don't see, for me, I don't see much risk to this issue.
Okay.
Because you be careful about politicians.
Okay.
They can betray you tomorrow. Everybody knows that Obaseki is trying, he has tried. He wake up, you see new developments and other.
Okay, that's why they call him wake and see
governor. Yes,
okay.
Whether anybody like it or not, you see the man has really won the heart of the people. And that he did not just start. He took off from where his boss started. Okay. He has tried, we must be happy too that he has put somebody in place. Because he started it. So this, I don't see matter of risk, because tomorrow you will still see the same Oshiomhole and Obaseki eating the same.
Together.
You cannot tell me, and nobody will believe it, that Oshiomhole will embrace Iseyam. But today they are eating together. So nobody should overblow the
but the deputy governor went to Abuja and said Oshiomhole should be arrested. The DSS should arrest Oshiomhole.
Yes, that is part of political game. Okay. Because I know that if you are not, if you want to commit distraction, I will make noise. That's within their own argument.
Okay.
And then if it is true what they have said and nobody wants to die, that's part of what we are saying. If actually something like that happens, the DSS and other should come into the matter. There's no secret car. Okay. But however, we should not lose our head. And I know we are men of God. We are praying for peace.
Yes.
We are everybody pray for peace. I'm sure Khan also invited the two parties. Please, this is our land. Please, we want you our children.
Okay.
I was part of the team that talked to Shomole and part of the team that talked to Obaseki.
Okay.
And if you see their own side,
yes,
we want to marry and can address press conference on this issue.
Yeah, they did.
So, yes. So the purpose, we should not overblow the matter. And at the end of the day, I feel that if actually there is rift, they have a boss. That's the president of the country. It's no more president of one party. It's a president of Nigeria. Yeah. But if there's a crack, or there will be a crack in his domain, he has the duty and honor to carry culture of them together.
Okay.
Please don't spoil our party and don't spoil the nation.
Okay.
So we should know. Two of them have, actually, Obaseki has worked very well, and it's working very well.
Okay.
Oshomole, a father, also must be happy that it's like me. My son, when he graduated, nobody asked me, oh, this is my son. It's a PhD, so. You will be happy to introduce your son. So if they are not fighting because they want to build houses for individuals. But I don't think there's too much. We should not.
Okay, I think there's a point you brought in now. You have brought a new point that the president must intervene. Yes. Okay, let's get the thought of I can see that.
Yes. We are very based on this side that we have done our best.
Okay.
We want to tell people that let us be like the proverbial farmer.
Okay.
You do not destroy yam and save the corn, or destroy corn and save yam.
Yes.
You need both of them. They are all food.
Yes.
Now these two gentlemen, Obaseki, who is doing a very wonderful job. We don't need to bend our mouth to say this.
Yes.
That's a top-notch governor. He's working for the common good anytime, any day. Oshomole is another very wonderful child of son of Edo State. These are two illustrious sons. We love them. They are brothers and sisters. Like when we address them, we call them brother. Your brother. Embrace your brother.
But what is happening to two of them now? Don't you think it's affecting the development of Edo State?
What is happening is that both of them, like Reverend David said, you see, the people around them may be blowing hot and all that. You see, at the end of the day, you are going to see both of them tomorrow eating together. Because you will be the loser. If you are blowing fire now, you are going to be the loser. Please, let's tell Edo people, we want to thank Oshomole first and foremost for introducing and telling us, convincing us that the Governor Obaseki is a man of integrity, a man that's able to deliver. It is true that he has delivered. Oshomole should be happy today that he has done so. So we are calling on both of them. Please, you are brothers, like Khan said. Come together, work together, because beyond politics, there's a tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Bishop Fred. I can see that you are itching to...
Very, very, very itching, because this is the reason why I'm really here. You see, let us call spade a spade.
Okay.
The problem, I think, is on ground.
Yes.
Is a bad seed that was sowed in 2007, where truth and a meek man was killed out of hatred and wickedness. And I don't think people are just talking and forgetting where we are coming from. If there's no genesis, you can't have revelation. There's a genesis to all these issues. Why has Edo State just within a trickle of eye forgot Osumbo? You see, I said off camera before we came in here, I don't know people who name Edo State the heartbeat of Nigeria. If they are human beings, if they are politicians, there are spiritual inclination to it. That what happens to the heart affects the whole body. When truth and righteousness was slaughtered because of wickedness and hatred, this is bound to be the seed of it. My brother, are you aware that there were a group of people who took coffee to Ogbe Stadium and buried Godfatherism? Do you know there were people who sing slogan day and night in this state to talk about one man, one vote, and they fought tooth and nail to do a lot of things that were ugly, but yet we clap for it. Today, we are finding pain. Obaseki is no longer secured and safe. That is why Obaseki is trying to fight back. Because he has been told, we will replace you. What happened in Lagos will happen in Edo State. And except a fool that will fold his hand. Now, in all this we are saying, why is Edo people not talking about Professor Osumbo? A meek man that the Edo people destroyed because of he was good and nice. And let me not take side on that. But this is the truth of it. When Agbero was ruling, we were clapping. When people who were being destroyed, we were clapping. But that is what we are saying today.
That has no voice. It's not everybody that clap. And today, even the Zumba you are talking about, he's still working with your boss.
No,
I'm telling you.
he's working with who?
It's in APC.
It's in APC. But APC have silenced it. Because right now, what we are hearing and what we are seeing is people are already vowing to become governor of the state. And these were the people that the same Osomole told us that they were thieves. They wanted to poison him. And Osumbo is on the cooler. Nobody is talking of him.
Nobody will talk about him.
His tenure is over. Yes.
Two, let me tell you, the truth will spring out of the air.
Yes.
Because if you say, who they call thief, not the play with go picking.
No.
Okay. You said you don't want something.
Yes.
And then you now come back doing it.
Yes. You have teach the children that example.
An old man stole a fowl. And the children go to cry, hold it then. And the old man, see around one, please. Take old man eyes, look at this bag, where that fowl day. He say no, for nothing. Some people did not say the truth. And for anybody that entered Benin today, whatever political party you belong, you must give kudos to Obasa.
That's true.
So if you feel, like I said about my son, if my son is a professor today, I will be proud to say it. If I don't begin to envy my son as a professor, something must not.
That is better than me.
Yes. But however, that's why we are here. Christians should continue to pray.
That's right.
That we are for peace. We have organized many peace prayers. Many for this man. There will be no distraction. God ordained the king. If it is the will of God by 2020,
yes,
that Obaseki will come in, no amount of assassination, no amount of fear. God ordain you. You fear no form. Yes. Because if God is with you, nobody will be against you.
The battle of Obaseki,
all other, you call opposition now.
And Osomole is like David. It's like David and Saul in the Bible. Saul was a great man. David did better. That was the problem.
You can see what's
so where I'm standing is a little bit different from what we guys are saying.
Yes.
I say Obaseki is trying to fight back because he have heard from the grave vineyard that his position will be replaced. And people are already vowing. Like yesterday, I listened to news. People are saying we are from Moriomo. So even 4 candidates are coming from there. And who to replace who? Obaseki. And Obaseki can't just hold on.
What we are saying is this.
Okay. My question now is, why must it be so?
No, but is it not the democracy?
It's democracy.
Yeah, democracy. Okay.
What we are saying is it's not a peculiar thing to Nigeria or to Edo State. You have, if you are a watcher of the world, you see what's going on even in America today. But the point we are making, you see, myself and Reverend David, when we started, this very segment, we were trying to we resort to the use of innuendo. We don't want to be able to say this one is wrong or this one is right, because we have been insiders and okay. What we are saying now is this: yes, there's no government, there's no time of politics where people will not aspire to say I want to do this. Obaseki is fighting back, not violently, but he's fighting back with development. That's the way you fight. With development, as they are talking, is working. Go to the
we don't need people to waste people's life. Because by the time you destroy people, who do you want to lead?
Testamento is being handled. Ekema Road is being handled. All kinds of things are happening.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sir Bessie Rabi. Thank you, Reverend Adegigwe. Thank you, Bishop Benayedo. I can see that the discussion was almost becoming explosive when it came to the issue of the rift between Governor Obaseki and the APC national chairman. I think this might just come for another day of discussion. But I must say that it has been well treated. The issue of prayers have been emphasized by the highly respected men of God who have actually said they need to pray for peace for Edo State, because in this new year, later in the year, there will surely be an election. And they have said prayers. Don't forget that life is just like football.
Prayer and action.
Yeah, life is just like football. When 11 players from one team, 11 players from another team, we have the reserve bench. We have the substitutes. The substitutes are also interested in playing football. Well, that's the way life is. On that note, gentlemen, I want to thank you for being a part of today's program. Yes, and we pray for peace. So, do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.